Here's all the buffalo from earlier. Close, and they're all moving very fast still. On the road there doesn't seem to be any major panic, but still moving in a very close formation here. You must keep in mind, actually we used the analogy just now of steenbok relative to buffalo and how they're vulnerable to predators. Steenbok by itself obviously can have the ability to hide quite well. A big herd of 300, 400, 500 buffalo, it's virtually impossible for them to hide from predators. Lions could follow them quite easily. There's a whole lot of on the right here as well. From their scent. So big herds like this are very, very familiar with the presence of lions. They've probably had to some extent or another deal with lions, whether it is chasing them away or fighting them or running away from them or losing one of the buffalo to lions. They probably interact with lions, if you want to call it that, I don't know, I would guess probably 30, 40, 50, 60 times. I would say at least a couple of times a week, so maybe even more, maybe between 50 and 100 times a year. So by no means is it something that they are constantly afraid of again, it's something they're used to. There's the guy. The flies are starting to come closer to us as well, but this is the same group of bachelors that we're 10 minutes into it. We had that beautiful sighting, a couple of bachelor bulls or dagga boys on Buffelshoek. So they've just moved not far from there, less than a kilometer, and also we're not that far from the waterhole, so I wouldn't be surprised if at some stage tonight, otherwise in the course of tomorrow morning, we'll see these guys down at Gari Pan where the leopard was earlier. As you can see, he's not too bothered by us, giving us the backside view. It is nice to remind ourselves that leopard essentially are the ghosts of the nights in Africa. They do move around to a large extent silently and unobserved. A little bit in the longer grass, let's get the lights and everything. I'm going to try and drive in the dark as well, even though it's a little bit trickier there. There he goes. Alright, you can go back on him if you want, so I can drive in total darkness for a little bit there. There we go. Ah, brilliant. Ah, he's curious about us. He's coming straight towards us now. Really is a beautiful little animal. For those of you that are just seeing it for the first time now, even if you were to see it in daylight, it would look quite similar to what it looks like now, sort of a greyish body and a off-white tail, very big fluffy tail. It's listening to us as well, and we had a special evening with it last night. Very, very cool. We followed it for quite a while, and I must say I think we're closer now than we were last night, Alex. Yeah. We're very close. This must be a few meters away from us. Obviously, I'm saying white-tailed mongoose, male and female, look pretty much the same, so difficult to know. It's obviously quite comfortable with us. Let's see where he is. I don't want to frighten him. He's going back in the short grass as well. Brilliant. Of the story from last night, he's obviously remembering us a little bit. He's even more relaxed, and we're practicing also following it in total darkness, so we're not driving with any other lights apart from the infrared, which is why it's a bit weird sometimes. Almost drove into that bush. What they do this time of the night, looking around, hunting around for little insects and whatever small life it can find to eat. Oh, it's marking as well. Oh no, it's not. It looked like it was crouching down to defecate. They also mark with scent glands, a variety of ways of marking their territory, and I'm sure very little is known about it. I've never seen any again. With this mongoose, we'll certainly get to see some of that behavior as well, which will be something not many people have seen before. You can see using the nose low down to the ground, sniffing and smelling for potential things to dig out, but also listening. Alex, and we don't have to do it tonight, but I think when we see this again, maybe tomorrow night, who knows, you're going to have to give it a name. We'll see. I think you've had a very special connection to the night white-tailed mongoose that same night, and you were amped the other night from this one last night, and finding it again now. I think it's your one, huh? Yeah, definitely. You can come up with whatever. We can chat a bit about it in camp. Maybe a Norwegian name even. Who knows? Moose, the mongoose. Next, I've lost total track of where we are. Okay, there's the car to our left. Let's just see. Can we drive that way? Just show me slightly. He was behind that, tree. Let's do a quick little light view here. He was behind that, yeah, let's take a sharp left here. Graham's watching. Maybe he's a little bit nervous seeing his car drive around in the dark. Slowly getting better at this. Left. We want to avoid that big tree. There he is. Dead branches and stuff here, so where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Other right. No, man. We're getting slippery. Oh, there he is, straight in front of us. He doesn't seem bothered by us at all in terms of he hasn't really stopped to look at us, or he's just cruising along doing his thing. We'll certainly get to see some interesting behavior. Alex, let's try and get one more great view of him. There he is. Right, this is probably we're going to stop. Let's see. Let's try and go around this tree. Brilliant, signal working with us. Thanks, Jan. We've got another great view of this mongoose. It's just there. What's happening with the light there? There he is. It's just disappearing behind us. Well, he's moving away from us, and I think we're gonna. It's very tempting to just have one more look, but great surprise. And I think we will spend quite a bit more time with this mongoose again in future. Yet to be named. Alex will come up with that one for us in the next day or two, and definitely I think it's the kind of animal behavior that you probably would have never seen before on television, and also not likely to have even seen on game drives if you've been to different reserves. So this is something that I look forward to seeing how this little story develops.
Brilliant and exciting drive this was. It was really, really spectacular. Just want to explain to you what happened with that leopard. I was sitting here and I saw something like just a little movement, and I looked at it, and at first I thought what about this big block of white rock, and first of all I thought that it could be that, but then I realized but we took it away. I remember watching James and Pieter towing it away actually with the tank, and then I saw a little bit of movement, then I realized that this is a leopard. So that was really, really spectacular seeing that leopard, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. And obviously also the buffalo. We've seen these buffalo herd on Tita Catline. That was really interesting. Still don't know what exactly happened there, what gave them that little bit of a fright, but we will be sure to go and check that area out again tomorrow morning. But before I talk too much, yeah, a really spectacular drive. It's almost 20 to 8 Central African time, and you're here in Djuma, and you're live with WildEarth, and this is me, Jan, signing off for this afternoon's drive. Thank you very much for joining us, and also thank you for all the through. Alright, let's go and see what's happening at Gary Wardell.